Alright, so hey guys, welcome to the cat art vlog for this week. You'll notice it's a few days late, but not really late, it's just rescheduled. So today is Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this vlog out tonight, because I'm going to the gym now and then I need to record the videos on the main channel for tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't have my session on Tuesday, just some stuff was happening. So we're now having our session today, on Friday. A little bit later, it is I'm going for 2 p.m, not 1 p.m, which is my normal. But yeah, I still wanted a session. You know, I text my trainer after Tuesday was not going to happen, and I was just like, yo, is there anything we can do? Is there another session? And I wasn't expecting to, because I know he's very busy, but luckily he did have some spare slots today. So at least I get my training session, you know, once a week, which is what I'm aiming for. So I'm happy about that. No idea what today is. Legs, arms, no idea. And I'll be honest, like, as for an actual week itself, I've had kind of a lazy week. This week is probably the laziest week I've had since starting to train. I haven't pretty much done any exercise in the garage, which I normally do. I've been generally busy this week, and then just doing some stuff outside of YouTube and just some real life stuff going on, which is all good stuff. But yeah, just been kind of busy and having fun, and obviously Worlds is on, so I've been watching that when I can and when the games are interesting. But yeah, apart from that, things have been going good. Some really cool thing, well, one really cool thing happened recently. And again, I would just say, just to remind everybody, this extra channel is, you know, it's more about kind of sharing my personal life, real life, I guess, a bit more than I ever will on the main channel, because obviously that's more focused on just gaming. But I may as well talk about it, because what we can actually do is open a little bit of a discussion about like family traditions. So if your family has any traditions, whether it be buying something or just a tradition in itself, let me know if you have any. But one of my family's traditions with the males in the family, and this is on my dad's side of the family, is when you do something significant or you've achieved something or something happens that is good, generally it's kind of a tradition to buy yourself a nice watch, specifically an Amiga. Now, I'm sure most of you probably aren't in the watch world and you don't know what that means. It's generally a nice watch. I'm sure most of you have heard of Rolex. Well, Amiga, it's kind of the two rivals, right? You've got Amiga and Rolex. You're either you're either a Rolex person, you're an Amiga person. I'm obviously an Amiga person just by my family upbringing. But I did buy my Amiga. I got it this week. Very pleased with it, obviously. It's kind of my dream watch. And, you know, I'm the youngest ever person in my family to get one. I think my granddad, when he got his, was around 40, maybe 45, something like that. My dad bought his when it was his 40th birthday. And you're like, so what did you do, Huz? Why did you get one? I got one just from general, it sounds weird, but just general success, that I'm doing quite well in different avenues. Sure, the YouTube channel's doing good, doing well for my age. Other stuff that's in the background is going good. I'm in talks with some flight schools, because if you don't know, I'm probably going to be becoming a commercial pilot. So I'm in talks with those, and that's looking quite good. So next year, and I know it sounds like kind of drastic, but next year I will probably be gone for about 8 months doing my private and commercial pilot license to then become a commercial pilot. And a lot of people are going, why are you doing that? You know, you're doing well with YouTube, like you're saying. I've said it before, I'm a realist. And my YouTube channel, although it's a good size and I'm doing really well now, would I be put it this way, would I be comfortable on the money that I'm making now to basically be on the rest of my life? The answer is probably yes. I'd be relatively happy. I could live a comfortable life with the money that I'm on now, but I never know if that's actually going to be a thing, and that's why I can't rely on it. My YouTube channel isn't massive. You know, I don't make crazy money. So I need to actually think of a proper career, and the two different avenues that I could go, mainly, is in the game design, which is obviously my background, or I've always dreamt of being a commercial pilot. And one of the biggest hurdles that people have when they want to become a commercial pilot is like surviving, right? How do you put 8 months to 18 months worth of training and manage to do that with surviving and affording it and everything. And the cool thing with me is I can with YouTube. So while I'm actually doing the training, you obviously get weekends off like a normal student would, and also you get evenings off. So I still will be able to do YouTube just from America. So I can be a full-time pilot student, maintaining my channel, which maintains, you know, a good level of income, or it'll probably go down obviously, but still should be fine. And then I can have a career for myself, and not really worry about it. You know, a lot of people say, are you really that worried? Yeah, like, it's something that I do think about often. My friends now are getting themselves in careers, and sure, I make quite a lot of money more than them, but they're in a career. They know how much money they're making each month, and this is something I have no idea. Do I know how much money I'm making in November or December? Nope, have no idea, and I don't really like that, just personally. So obviously I'm sharing quite a lot of personal details there about like income and stuff, obviously not specifics, but let me know what you think, guys. Like, obviously a lot of people think being a pilot's cool. We have a lot of family friends who are pilots, and you know, they have very nice lifestyles. Some of them are actually on their way back to Britain, funny enough. If you don't know about all the Ryanair stuff that's going on, that's actually making a couple of them come back, because a few of them did start out as Ryanair pilots and then went to become a little bit, say, more luxury pilots with like Fly Emirates or stuff like that. But now, you know, they're a bit older, they want to come back to Britain because they live in like Dubai. It's a perfect opportunity to come back, because from what I know, Ryanair is offering quite a lot of money to pilots because they're in desperate need of them. So it's a really good time for any pilots that kind of went out to Dubai or America and want to come back to Britain, because you just secure yourself a really easy free job, basically. So yeah, and I've always just kind of seen myself as that. You know, I'm a pretty damn calm person. I don't let my emotions control me ever, pretty much, which is what you need to be as a pilot. You know, originally I was, as a career, there's always been options open, but I was always thinking air traffic controller could be quite good for me. But now I've got the opportunity to actually become a pilot, so it's even better. So that's going on in the background, which is obviously a lot of stuff. And, you know, I've got to go through visa applications, got to go to the US Embassy eventually and have that interview. I'm not worried about it. My sister and my dad both have to do it for university because they went over to the States for uni. So I'm not worried about that. But that's what's going on, you know, just the stuff. Obviously, there's background stuff that I'm not going to talk about, as always. But there's a lot going on, a lot of big decisions going on. And, yeah, good though, really good. Apart from that, training session today, I'm looking forward to it. Again, like I said, I've had a pretty lazy week, so it will actually feel nice burning a sweat. Because, you know, it doesn't feel good having a lazy week, but I am now starting to get compliments from just people who generally know me going, yeah, no, actually, you do look slimmer. I do think the haircut probably does help, and I've also thinned my beard out, so I've probably removed like an inch or two from the outside of my face just from hair. And also another cool thing, just to note, I'm actually now, technically, 2 trouser sizes down of where I used to be. So I don't mind sharing this information, because, you know, who cares? I used to be, and I used to wear, the brand that I can basically put it to is Levi jeans. I'm sure most of you are aware what they are, just a good jean company. I used to wear, about 6 months ago, 40 waist Levi jeans, which is pretty big. Then I went down recently, actually. I told you about those trousers that didn't fit. They are 38. And I was like, hey, okay, I'm back in 38s. Well, I was in Levi the other day, and I was like, okay, I actually need a pair of jeans because I don't actually own a normal denim pair of jeans. Trying on, blah, blah, blah. I'm now a 36. I'm a 36-30 as my size now for trousers. And that feels good. To be 2 trouser sizes down in a span of about 6 months, I think it's okay progress. I don't think, you know, just by knowing my body, I think my waist will probably stop at about 34. Because, you know, even though I used to be very much in shape, I wasn't a skinny dude. I was still quite chunky and muscular and beefy. So I think I will probably stay around 34 when I actually do eventually lose what I want to and need to. And some people actually have asked, you know, what is the actual goal for all this weight loss? It's just for me. It's to make myself feel better. It's to, you know, just be more confident in my body and actually have a general fitness level. Which I do have a general fitness level now, but You know, I don't have, you know, the body that I'm happy with comparing to especially what I used to be. Again, I've only done YouTube since I was kind of overweight, so you guys don't have, you know, I haven't done YouTube when I was fit, so it's hard to talk about without, like, you know, really going, no, like, in serious. I used to be a lot different, but I was, you know, a sports leader, football captain, county athletics, you know, that was me. I was one of the big jocks in my secondary school year. Obviously did love my computer games even back then, but yeah, I was definitely in the jock world. The PE teachers used to love me, and that was a good thing in my school, because it was a sport-orientated school. You generally got treated better the more you were sporty and you represented the school or your county, and luckily I did quite a lot of that. So I was treated really nice in my secondary school by pretty much every teacher apart from one. It was funny because that teacher didn't like sport, so yeah, used to every single break time, it was science in period 1 and 2. Every single time that lesson ended, I just stayed at my desk because I knew for some reason I had a break time detention. And then there was one week that I didn't. She was like, "Why are you here?" I was like, "Oh, I thought I would have had a break time." She was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, right, I have one every week." And then, of course, she was like, "Okay, now you stay, because you can't talk like that to a teacher." And I was like, "Okay, there we go." But I was generally a good kid. I was what you'd call probably a cheeky chappy. That I was probably annoying in some cases, you know, quite bright. I used to be the one that asked questions, and I know teachers hate when nobody is willing to ask questions in their class. I was the kid that was going to, and I still got decent grades and stuff. But I know I was annoying. You know, I used to swing on my chair, talk, randomly just do stuff that the teacher wouldn't want me doing. But most teachers, I think, did like me. I'd like to say that. But you know, it was a good time. I actually do miss secondary school a bit, and I will say, if there's any younger people watching, secondary school, especially for me, was actually, nice one, was one of the best times of my life. And I know that sounds weird, you know, I'm still having a great time now, but it was good. It was a good time. And I've just realised, so again, I've said I'm a bit later in the day in Cambridge. As you can probably tell a little bit by the camera, there's no traffic. So I left earlier today because Cambridge being a city, Friday generally is a day of cities that people actually have half days, or they get to leave work early. So I was expecting, okay, there's going to be traffic. Yeah, it's only 1:30. My session's at 2. I'm a bit early, which isn't good. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to wait in the car. I'll probably go in the gym maybe 15 minutes early and do a warm-up. Because that is one thing I will actually say right now. Sometimes I get into the session, my trainer Dan's ready for me, and I don't really do a warm-up. I think that sometimes hurts me a bit more than it should. So I think, yeah, I'll get in there a bit early, do a warm-up, and then that'll be good. So yeah, but like no traffic, like at all. The biggest place that there's traffic is Upcoming. So hopefully I'm stuck in there for at least 10 minutes. I actually want to be stuck in traffic because I don't want to be waiting in a car park for 25 minutes. This is insane. No one's on the road. Crazy. It's always the way, isn't it? When you think there's going to be traffic, there's none. And when you're like, there'll be no traffic, there's always traffic. It's like, okay. Furthermore, just to kind of say, I did mention I was going to do a car review video on this. I will do that in the next, I don't know, week or so. It's not going to be anything crazy, you know, don't expect Top Gear or Grand Tour quality, but I just want to kind of do a general, like, would I recommend this car is basically what I'm going for. Obviously the general consensus will be yes, because it's a really nice car, but not everything with cars are perfect. You know, you've got people that, you know, have amazing luxury Lamborghinis and stuff, and I bet they can find problems with it. I bet they'll be like, yeah, I don't really like that part. So yeah, we'll be doing that in a couple days, or maybe over the weekend, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm on the big roundabout, so I'm going to end the vlog here. I'll let you know how the session goes. I do now have weightlifting gloves that I'm going to definitely try and see how they do, because I kept slipping on the bar last time. So I'll see how the gloves are, and hopefully have a good session. Again, don't know what I'm doing. Legs, arm, no idea. So I'll see you after the session, where I'm probably dead.